Okay, so this is a really fascinating story about holding a mirror up to your own mind. But get this, the mirror is an AI. It's a journey of self-discovery, and it's powered by a tool that you might literally be using right now.
We all have it, right? That digital attic. You know, that collection of thoughts, ideas, and little inspirations that we save in our notes apps or highlight in our e-readers. But what if we could finally make sense of it all? What if we could actually see the hidden patterns in our own thinking?
Well, this is the story of one person who turned that exact digital archive into a mirror, and in doing so, revealed this intellectual shadow he'd been casting for years without even knowing it. Imagine this. For more than a decade, this man's deepest insights on a really complex book, all his highlights, all his notes, were just locked away in a forgotten digital account. The entire record of his intellectual journey was just sitting there, dormant and totally unanalyzed. So let's meet Marc Hirayama. He's this dedicated learner, and his journey with a complex spiritual text called A Course in Miracles started way before the tools to really analyze his own relationship with it even existed. What's so cool is that his personal story here kind of tracks with the whole evolution of digital reading. I mean, he starts old school with a physical book in 2008, then jumps on the brand new Kindle in 2009. And then years later, it's this chance encounter on a new computer that reunites him with his old digital self. And then, bam, the big discovery moment. He's setting up a new Chromebook, logs into an old Amazon account he barely remembers, and suddenly, there it is, a complete treasure trove of his own thinking, perfectly preserved for years. And here's where it gets really good. This is the breakthrough. This is the moment where that decade-old data, this sort of digital ghost of his former self, meets a powerful new technology that can actually make sense of it all. He realized he could just copy and paste his entire history, every single highlight, every note, and just ask an AI to read it for him. He could literally ask a machine, hey, what was I thinking all those years ago? And we're not talking about just a few stray notes here. This was over 110,000 characters of his own personal data. That's way too much for any person to analyze objectively without getting lost in the weeds or, imposing their own biases on it. The process he used was, honestly, brilliantly simple. Step 1, pull all the data out. Step 2, feed all 110,000 characters into a large language model. And then step 3, just ask the AI to reveal the patterns, to act as a mirror for his mind. So, what did the AI mirror actually show him? It wasn't just a word cloud. No, it revealed these 3 core, interconnected concepts that he was completely obsessed with, even if he didn't consciously know it at the time. Okay, so the first and biggest theme that popped out was unlearning. The AI noticed he was constantly highlighting passages about this idea. And it's not about forgetting things. It's about actively dismantling what you think you know to make room for a deeper truth. It's all about subtraction, not addition. Next up, the AI found a huge focus on de-patterning. Now, this is a related idea, but it's much more active. So if unlearning is about letting go of an entire worldview, de-patterning is the real hands-on work of breaking specific, unhelpful habits of thought and behavior. And the AI really helped him nail this distinction. See, unlearning is more of a spiritual process, right? It's a kind of surrender, letting go of the ego's entire operating system. But de-patterning is psychological. It's like a surgical intervention to consciously go in and rewrite specific lines of bad code in your head. And finally, the AI showed him that he was constantly focused on shifting his frame of reference. He was always highlighting ideas about how our internal world literally creates the external world we see. So the ultimate goal then was to shift this entire frame from one built on fear to one built on truth. Seeing these core patterns laid out so clearly by the AI was a total revelation. It let Marc connect the dots in his own thinking in a way he never could before, and synthesize it all into a powerful new concept of his own. He calls it anti-mnemonics. It's a completely revolutionary way to think about the purpose of memory itself. Instead of using your memory to hold on to things, he suggests we use it to consciously let them go. I mean, think about it like this. Traditional memory is all about retention, right?
locking the past in place. Anti-memory just flips that completely on its head. Its goal is liberation, using the act of remembering as a tool to free yourself from the limiting patterns that the past has installed inside you.
And this is how it all works in practice, the actual method that came out of the AI's analysis. You start with unlearning to dismantle old beliefs. Then you use depatterning to deconstruct the habits. The result? You get liberated from your past, which finally lets you recall a truer version of yourself.
Marc's story is incredible, for sure. But it's not just about him or this one book. What it really does is point to a whole new frontier for all of us in this quest for self-understanding.
And that's really the core insight here. The AI wasn't a teacher, it was a catalyst. It didn't have the answers. It just reflected his own thinking back at him with this incredible newfound clarity, lighting up the hidden architecture of his own mind. So what does this mean for you? Well, it means that the tools for this kind of deep dive are now accessible to pretty much everyone. Your digital footprint, all those notes, highlights, and bookmarks, is a rich data set of your own personal evolution. And AI is no longer just a chatbot. It's a potential partner for reading it. It's a brand new tool for that very human quest for self-understanding.
So I'll leave you with this question. It's a pretty provocative thought, isn't it? It reframes these tools from just being for productivity into being profound partners in self-reflection. It opens up a whole new world of possibilities for knowing ourselves, if we just have the courage to look in that digital mirror.